Welcome to Giggles and Growth podcast,
where we're here to giggle and grow. I'm just a fucking
Tell
girl.
us.
American dream versus American scheme.
Aria had a crush on me.
I just have that dog in me.
Got the dog in me too.
Woof. I'm getting a hot flash.
That's what you're gonna look like.
Tell me about your trauma, bitch.
It's not funny.
American no dream?
Yeah.
And our legs. I'm just kidding.
Shut
We're
the
gonna get
fuck
that
up.
out. Meow.
You're trying to earn my business?
Oh, it's good to wrap it up, you guys. Anyways,
You stress me out. I fucking love me.
Ew.
We're perfect. Hello, guys. Welcome to Giggles and Growth podcast.
Where we're here to giggle and
And
grow.
It makes sense.
If you really think about it. I'm Aria.
And I'm Aroosha.
And we are here today to just kind of like share our light.
Yeah.
You know, also share a shit ton of darkness.
Just what brought us here, really.
Yeah.
Like, give you guys a little bit of background of who we are. Because our podcast is mostly about our healing journeys and then how we can spread that, help others along the way, and just navigate life, really, through the ups and downs. And we're just here to share that. So we figured that it would be a good start to kind of give you guys a little background, how the whole journey started, how we met, and what led us to this exact point today.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you, Aria?
I'm just a fucking
Tell
girl.
us.
I am just a girl. But no, okay, so I'm Aria. I am 29 and a half years old, probably over a half because
You're almost
I'm
30,
about
girlfriend.
to be 30 in like less
20
than
days.
50 days. Okay, 20 days. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I'm just a girl. I was born and raised in the Bay Area. Shout out Livermore. Shout out Heme Team. Just kidding. That is so ghetto. Yeah, so I was born and raised in the Bay Area. I came out here at 19 and took care of my grandparents out here and just like kind of, you know.
I didn't know that.
You didn't
I
know
didn't know
that?
you took care of your grandparents here.
No, that's why I moved here at 19.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, my parents decided
so much.
my parents decided to like, they've always been married, but my dad always worked pretty far away.
Yeah.
And like in the Middle East.
Pretty far.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, they ended up, after I graduated and my grandparents were leaving the Middle East.
Wow, I didn't know any of this. Who am I doing this podcast with? She's a stranger.
It's me. You
Okay,
know.
sorry, go on.
But,
yeah.
yeah, so we all moved out here at once and got a house. And then my parents were like, you know what?
We're separate.
I hate you. To them, not me.
Yeah.
I'm the favorite. But
It's
you
believable.
looked at me like
Yeah.
you get it.
I do get it.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
My sister. But yeah, so we moved out here and you know, I was there and took care of them and loved all of that. And just like they took care of me when I was little. And then after that, they passed. R.I.P.
Wow.
Not okay. Not
It's
okay at all.
This is how some people deal with trauma. We make a joke.
We giggle and we grow.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, so I just, you know, that's why I'm here. I'm just a girl. I love psychology. I love human behavior. I love health and wellness, and I love to like make people feel good. But I have my boundaries.
I don't know who that disclaimer is for. Okay.
It's for all y'all.
Okay, and I'm Aroosha. Let's take it back. 30
Take it back
years.
to Pakistan, bro.
So we're both Aquariuses, and
Same year.
same year, 6 days apart from basically the same region in the world. But I was actually born in Pakistan.
Oh.
You know, I hate that I say it like that, but that's like so.
No, and I always say our
yeah.
ancestors are the same.
Yeah. No, I bet we're related.
Yeah.
But anyway, I say Pakistan because I've been in America too long, but it's Pakistan. So that's where I was born. That's where both my parents are from. And my dad was never really present at all. So my mom basically raised us as a single mom. And at the age of maybe like 11 or so, 10, 11, she had a job opportunity to move to the Middle East in Kuwait. So we picked up from Pakistan.
It's okay.
I know, but it's like, that's my country. I don't need to be saying it in the,
You're right.
With
I
an
still
accent.
call my country Afghanistan.
Yeah, but it's, I go back and forth.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, so
Rep
we
your
picked up. We picked up, we moved to Kuwait. I was maybe like 10 or 11, and it was just me, my mom, and my little brother. He was maybe 8 at the time. I don't know, somewhere around there. And then lived in the Middle East, did middle school, high school there. That was, quite. It was definitely a culture shock. You would think it's not between Pakistan and Kuwait, but anyway. So we moved there, and then I went to college in England at the age of 17 and 1 day old.
Oh, no.
Just like to put that out there. And yeah, so then I was in England for about 2.5 years, and then we moved to the U.S. exactly about 10 years ago when I was 19.
American dream versus American scheme.
Stop it right now.
We'll get into that another time.
For another time. So yeah, and then I've been here ever since, and life took a turn.
A big turn.
Yeah, a lot of good things happened, a lot of shit happened, and yeah, like my life doesn't look anything like what I thought it was gonna look like at like 19 going into college, like 0%. But that's just life. It never goes according to plan, So, but yeah, I am also just a girl. And here I am. But how did we meet? Let's tell the people that. So, Aria had a crush on me for like 2 years. No, so.
I know a bad bitch when I see one.
So
a bad dedicated bitch.
True that.
So, how did we meet? So, we met. Should we say where we met?
We met at the gym.
Yeah, we met at the gym in Orange County. And, it's like a less than 3,000 square foot gym. So it's not big. A small, tiny gym. And we had been around each other for like at least a year and a half, at least. Yeah. And I'm a very like,
You're friendly.
I'm a friendly ass bitch. I'm a friendly. If something comes to mind and I feel like it's not weird and I should say it out loud, yes, I'll say that to a stranger. But
even
my
if
friends,
it's weird,
you'll
say
no. But I'm getting there.
Okay.
But with my friends, even if it's weird, like then I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I just have that dog in me. I'm just kidding.
Right.
But so. Aroosha, why don't you take the fucking floor?
Okay, so for like a year and a half, she would hit on me here and there.
Oh my God. I wasn't hitting on you.
No,
you look just like me.
Yeah, I know. She's
not
obsessed with herself.
I'm not that fucked up.
Okay, so no, she would just like make little comments here and there. Like I remember one time, like we were both wearing black shorts.
I was like, damn, that ass is fat.
No, we were. That too. No, she didn't say that. But up. We were both basically, and we still do, wearing like black shorts, big black t-shirt. And she looks at me and she goes, "You got the memo." And I was like, "Who are you?"
Bitch, what?
What? And then she's like, "Your outfit." And I was like, "Oh." And then like, I was like, "Oh, I like her," in my head. But it takes me, I didn't tell her that.
God, no. After a year.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it took a while, just little comments here and there. We'd smile at each other, say like, "Hey, how are you?" And then one time, I think it was you, me, and some other person, and we were talking, and then you were like something about Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, let me follow you." So then we followed each other.
That's how it happened, huh?
Yeah. But then even then, we didn't really talk. We would just acknowledge each other in the gym. And then last year around this time, I was just like, on my Stairmaster grind. And that's when she just jumped up next to me, and I don't normally have headphones on the Stairmaster because I get too hot.
And let me tell you, there's so many open Stairmasters next to us, but I just want to be
there's
right
like
next
one
to
more.
her.
There's only one more.
No, I'm totally kidding.
But yeah, she did jump up right next to me. And
Don't make it sound like that.
I mean, there's only one more. There's 3 Stairmasters.
No, if there was another one, I would never go into someone's space.
No, you know what? I was in the middle one. You went up next to me.
Say that shit.
But I didn't have headphones on. And then, of course, we knew each other. So we just kind of like started talking because we knew each other, but we weren't like friends or anything.
We was cool.
Yeah, so we started talking from there. We would just like kind of have these Stairmaster dates.
Now, you guys see, it's not me who's trying to date.
Right. But no, so yeah, we would basically, I think it was just that. Like, we would be finishing our workouts around the same time. She'd jump up on the Stairmaster and we'd talk. We're like so
like,
just...
There was just so many weird similarities to me where I was like, oh, obviously she's just Persian. You know?
Oh yeah, you didn't even know what I was.
I didn't know what you were.
Yeah,
and
I didn't. I thought you were Persian too.
Yeah,
but
right.
You're not.
Everyone always does.
Yeah, everyone does. That's like what.
And
I
then
get
we
the
tell them
most.
what we are, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, we're better. Just kidding. I mean, there's.
Fuck y'all. But I actually just found out about like how Persians don't like us that much. Like it's like a thing.
Persians love me.
No, bro.
But
I'm not talking about
in
that.
general, right?
Obviously, but I'm just talking about like you know,
like in general.
In the general, it's like we're just not that cool. Which is I think I'm super. You know what? Because honestly,
I think I'm super cool. Honestly, probably the coolest person to exist ever.
I'm not gonna question that because
it's true.
It's true.
Thank you.
You're a real dog.
It. Thank you. I know. Got the dog in me too.
Woof.
Okay, anyway, we're getting off track. So
I'm getting a hot flash.
It's there's quite a bit.
What's next? Okay, we're here to talk about generational trauma and how it can lead you to your purpose, guys.
You got so serious. That was quite a transition. Dude, that's what you're gonna look like.
That's totally, I don't give a fuck.
Okay, yeah, no, we're here to be authentic. So
yeah, we're here to be authentic.
It's
and
hot in here. Okay, so we just wanted to kind of give our backgrounds and now like go into our topic of like, because our podcast is gonna be a lot of like our healing journeys, how we got here, all of that. So Aria, take the lead. What are we talking about today?
Let's be real, guys. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Neither do I. People think
but
I do,
I still look to Aroosha sometimes, and I'm like, you know what I'm doing, right? Something's happening here.
Yeah.
But no, you know, you got to sit with yourself. You got to meditate. Yeah. And if anything, I sound like a fucking broken record because all I really believe in is meditation because I grew up so loved. You know, I grew up so loved by the people that loved me in their own way. Yeah. But at the same time, that doesn't really make... If people love you in their own way, it's not always the right way. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And with that being said, I was just kind of like thrown into this shit. I didn't ask to be here. But
your soul did.
My soul did.
I really believe that. Like, your soul chose exactly this life, and then you ended up here.
Yeah,
that's my belief. I don't know. Anyway,
no, I fuck with that too.
Yeah.
Don't act like we're not friends for a reason. But you know, a lot of generational trauma when it came to being raised as, like, you know, obviously I'm Afghan. Not obvious, I guess. But I am. Generational trauma and how it affects us in our purpose. I personally feel like I couldn't really connect to my inner knowing, my inner me, my inner self without eventually being guided to, like, drown out the noise. Did you feel like you've been meditating too? You feel like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, and meditation's new to me. But it is, you know, like, I mean, I've meditated, right? Like, in maybe, like, the past 4 years or so.
Yeah.
Is, like, where I got into it. And I had my phases of, like, super into it. And then I don't meditate for, like, 3 months. And then I do it again. But, like, recently, ever since meeting you, really.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah.
No,
for
you
sure.
told me you manifested this, and I manifested you too.
Exactly. Like, I wanted more friends that were more spiritual, because that's just kind of the path I was going down. And, like, I wanted to be surrounded by that. And then she's super into meditation and all of that. And yeah, so just
But trust me, I got a toxic side.
Oh, she does.
Balance.
But yeah, so like just maybe this whole year, I've been pretty good with meditating. And it's so like once you get still and you get quiet, it's just like you start seeing and hearing things so clearly. Like the noise, like you said, drowns out.
It's
and
like
then
magic.
It really is. And then it's just such a clear and a calm, like you get in touch with your inner knowing more. And those messages get so clear because you're able to just sit in stillness and drown out the noise of your brain and the noise of everybody around you and society and how you were raised and generational shit. So, yeah.
Exactly. And when it comes down to it, like, I grew up as someone who had ever since I was like freaking able to remember a thing, I remember people being like, what do you want to do with your life? Who are you? And what do you want to be when you're older? And I fucking hated that question. I've hated that question till I was 27. And my Saturn return fucking started to hit. We're not going to get into astrology
right now.
but let me tell you, everything always leads back to astrology.
Of course.
Anyways, I have always wanted to be successful. I have always felt like helping people, and maybe that's my people-pleasing tendencies from being raised as an Afghan girl. But, we learn boundaries now. And, so I never knew what I wanted to do. So I followed such a weird path. I was like, I'm just going to get my business degree. Fuck it. Obviously, not obvious, but I wasn't the greatest student. And I kind of just did whatever I wanted.
You don't say.
What'd you say?
You don't say.
I wasn't a good student, didn't like to be told what to do, so I did everything on my own terms. And then eventually, once I got into a college, I was like, okay, now that I can put a schedule on my own terms and I can wake up when I need to, I can be my best self. And I structured it like that. And I thrived. I got 4.0s, and I was just really living well. But I had no idea what the fuck I wanted to do. So I decided to do business after business. I was like, okay. I got into meditation and I got very spiritual. My grandparents started to get really old, and I realized that, I don't know, things were just surfacing. And after that, I started to meditate a lot, and I realized everything that kept coming up, and like so many synchronicities of, I just need to go into psychology. Like, that is me. I need to heal. I need to heal myself. I need to understand myself. And yeah, a lot of us psychology people are a little fucked up.
I think everybody's a little fucked up.
Yes, but the psychology people, at least we want to fucking figure it out, okay? And we want to figure you out too, and probably fix you. But anyways, we'll get into that another time. So psychology really came into me deeply. It really came into me.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry, family. But after that, I got my. I always wanted to get my master's, but then I was like, am I doing it for me, or am I doing it to just have the security and the what's the word? Acceptance of people, because I have a master's degree, and like, fuck off. But I realized, as much as I want to help people, it's not going to be in like a freaking room, a tiny little like 10 by whatever 14, I don't even know if that makes sense, room, and every day with different clients. Like, I dated a guy, terrible guy. Just kidding, you're awesome. But maybe one day he probably is.
Maybe.
And he was a clinical psychologist. He graduated right when I started to realize I need to go into psychology. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't, sorry, I'm probably talking so much.
No.
I wanted to make sure that it wasn't super based off of like him, And, but I knew it was part of my journey, and I realized I read a lot of his papers, and I was like, this is so fucking dope. Like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
And everything just led to psychology. After that, I just got certified as a holistic health coach because it felt right. That's my goal right now, to help with other people. Holistically.
Yeah.
Healthily. And I'm a fucking coach.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Aroosha.
Yep. Okay.
You. Tell me about your trauma, bitch.
My friend's calling me bitch.
It's in term of endearment.
It's true. Oh, man, where do we start? Do we have 3 hours? It was a lot, and I think it's like when you're going through it, you don't even, like, you don't think it's trauma. I was just like, oh, this is just life, right? Like, you don't realize it till, like, you're older and you're able to look back and be like, oh, that was so not normal. Yeah. So, I mean, my earliest memory is probably, like, me being, like, 5 years old, dude. Like, it's... and like this isn't like, you know, stuff I like talk about a lot, but just it started with like home life. Like I said, like my dad wasn't super present and all of that, but like when he was also an alcoholic, and I mean, bless him, like he's passed away now, and we have a great relationship, and that better now than it ever was. And you know,
I didn't mean to laugh.
It's not funny. But okay. Anyway, so the early days of trauma for me were really like, I mean, seeing like domestic abuse and stuff like that as like a little child, and that I think was blocked out for so many years up until like more recently, to where I got like more in touch with, you know, like meditation and all that, and like all these visions come to me, and I'm like, oh shit, I saw all that. And I think that's like where it started, but it's also so cultural. Like growing up, I didn't think it's like, oh, everyone goes through it in our culture,
especially
you know,
out there. I mean,
yeah, because I mean, first 10 years of my life were in Pakistan, so. Yeah, so I think it started there, and then just in general, growing up, like heartbreak and all the other little and big things that happened. There were definitely some rock bottom moments. Like when I first moved to the U.S., it's like, it was rough. It was a really, really rough situation that I was living in, and that's like where I found the gym. So like I, just like you, like I went to school for accounting and finance. I didn't know what to do. I was 16 when I graduated high school, and our culture is just like, okay, what are you going to do? Be an engineer, lawyer, some sort of finance, something. So I'm like, I hate science, so I guess my only
math?
other...
You hate science, but
yeah,
how'd you feel
better
about
at math. So
you were good at math?
I was, and like in high school, I took business and accounting and all that, and I was good at it.
That's insane.
Or better than science. So I was like, okay, well, I guess like my only option's accounting. So I went to college for accounting and finance, and I did good. But like, just like you, I'm like, there's no way I can sit behind a desk 9 to 5 and like punch in numbers. Like,
no.
If you enjoy doing it, good for you, man. But
honestly, I respect the fuck out of you if you can do that.
Yeah. But yeah, so then I moved to the US, and like that was like probably like the rock bottom moment of my adult life.
American no dream?
Well, it turned into a dream. So that's where like I found the gym. I had nothing else. I had no job. I had no like friends, no social life. I was in a terrible living situation, and the only place I could go was the gym. So I would spend literally hours a day in the gym. Just me and my brother would go together, and then I started going on my own. And that's where like I was led into personal training. It kind of just happened. Like I started helping my friends, and then they were like, why don't you just do this as a career? And I was like, you know, I'm like 20 years old. I'm like, okay, I guess, because I'm not doing accounting again. So,
fuck them numbers.
So I was like, okay, let's try this. And then, yeah, I just started from there. This was 8 years ago, and I'm still here. I'm doing it. And I really, really, really do enjoy it. And I still think there's a bigger purpose to my life, which I trust that, you know, it'll start to show itself. But that's kind of how I was led to this point.
Beautiful. Just beautiful, Aroosha. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You laughed at me. Okay.
But no, I totally get that. And I think that at the end of the day, like, you and I are both two people who are, we're not going to do what we're, like, what's expected. We're going to do what the fuck we want.
Yeah.
And I think that that's beautiful.
And our parents understand that now.
Thank God.
They didn't or at least my mom did not understand for a while.
Aroosha actually is a strict daddy.
She saw it firsthand recently.
Aroosha is an elder child and I'm a younger child. And sometimes I do my best to make my eldest child sibling happy. But, you know, we are just two peas in a pod, and it's so cute. And I just... We
have
grateful.
a cute relationship.
We really do.
Yeah.
And just so you know, Aroosha, so everyone knows, I respect your time. I'm doing my best.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing better.
Aroosha hates when people are late, and it's almost...
I can't stand it.
It's kind of scary as fuck. And I'm starting to stutter.
Should we tell them the story?
So I have a people-pleasing tendency. Yeah. And that comes from being raised as a good Afghan girl. I'm holding up quotes if you can't see it.
Yeah.
And it's, I'm sure you know it too. It's our countries are literally just started being bordered less than 50 years ago. Yeah. And that might not be a good number. I have no idea if that's true.
Something like that.
But it's close like that.
Not long ago, yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, it's not easy to grow up always putting other people before you. And it's not easy to grow up always just feeling like you can't even, like, be comfy. Like, the feeling I feel it in my top of my head to the back of my spine to the back of the bottom of my spine. That probably sounds weird for everyone, but, like, we all have feelings and you're going to feel them in your body. And that's probably the first place that you should feel them, so you don't attach them and you don't start making some sort of ruckus off of the triggers. Although we're always going to be triggered. But, yeah, it fucking sucks. And it's, you have to learn how to have boundaries. And that's kind of something that I've been working on as well when it comes to healing my generational trauma. How do you feel about these things?
What, like boundaries?
Yeah. I feel like you have good boundaries.
I have good boundaries, but, like, it's been work to create them. Because similar to you, it's always been, like, yeah, people-pleasing was a big part of, like, who I was, too. But I think I've come to a place of, like, yeah, there's certain things I won't tolerate. And being late is one of them. Won't tolerate it. Like, especially, like, it's one thing if it's, like, a chill hangout, like, yeah, somewhere at 2-ish or whatever, fine. But, like, if we're meeting to, like, work on something or whatever, and I've set a time or, like, I'm paying somebody, I expect them to be on time. In fact, like, this is my motto. I'm going to put it out there.
Stand on that.
Early is on time. On time is late. Late is unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable.
It took me a minute to really register that.
So it's like you show up early and then you're on time.
Yeah.
Like you were today, so proud of you.
Thank you. Proud of me.
But yeah, so it's like it's taken a time to like, it's taken time. Like in the past, if someone was late, like I would be mad in my head. And they would get there and it like the energy would be there of like, I'm mad.
It ain't like that no more?
No, what? But like I let them know. Like
no,
I let
them know.
I am, yeah, it'll piss me off, but I'm like good at being like, hey, this is something like that's unacceptable to me. And if you're going to be in my life and we commit to a time, I need you to show up at that. And if that time doesn't work, don't commit to it. Like we can do 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, whatever.
I understand that, and I completely agree. It's about respect and respect of time. As you know, us as friends, I do my fucking best.
Oh, you do. This I'm not talking to you.
No, I know. I'm just being some shit.
Right. I know you respect my time, and I appreciate it.
And I'm not always on time.
But I still know that you're making the effort.
Yeah.
To do your best to be on time. Yeah. So, like, in the past, like, the first time that I got mad at you, you were, like, 30 minutes late or something. And I was like, oh, hell no, it's not happening. And I, like, let her know. And ever since, she's been no longer than 7 minutes late. I time every time. 7 was the most. which is fine. You know, I'm reasonable.
Everything's fine.
I am reasonable, but yeah. So it's all that to say, like, and that's just one example. Is that like, as I've grown up, is like, okay, these are things that are unacceptable to me. So if I care about somebody and I want them in my life, I'm gonna let them know instead of like being passive aggressive and just angry.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let them know because I want this person in my life, and it is on me because you can't read my mind. So or like anybody, right? So I'm like, okay, like now I let people know, hey, I'm big on being on time. That's something like I'm not willing to budge on. So let's make sure that we're being
Everyone
respectful.
is on time.
That's it. So yeah, it's just basically the same. Like it's as you grow up, you learn. And a lot of people can't. They don't want to be confrontational and say what they're feeling. And then they're just like sitting there all angry. And I'm like, I don't want to be that. I'd rather let the person know. And then that's a healthier way to go about the relationship.
Absolutely. And if they respect you and they fuck with you, like they're going to do their best.
Yeah.
AKA me.
Exactly.
But
and if they don't,
sometimes I do panic.
Yeah, she panics, but it's, look at you now. You were 30 minutes early today. Like
I was. You
like
know what? But also I don't like the idea of feeling like someone is conditioning me. So that for me it's like I don't fuck with that shit. I don't like to be told what to do. I feel that shit deep inside of me and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah,
this
but that's
is good
you
for
know
you.
that's not what I'm doing.
I know, but it's my ego and it's like, don't fucking tell me what to do.
But it's like we're both agreeing on the time, right? I'm not like, you better be here whatever, right?
It's a beautiful
it's
exchange.
Like, yeah. I'm like we agree on it together. And then once we've agreed on it, I'm going to respect you and be there for you on time.
Yeah.
And I just
she's
expect
there for
the
me,
same.
man.
Yeah.
She is there for me.
Or just anybody. Like, it's like, you know,
Well,
we're not
mostly
fighting
me.
here.
Mostly me.
All right, that's enough ranting. Well, let's get to the topic in hand. We want to talk about like kind of just our practices, things we've done, continue to do the inner child healing and just healing in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Heal.
what are kind of your practices or daily rituals?
So I have daily rituals and then I also have things that have just come up like naturally because I've made it very clear within my meditations and just connecting within that I'm receptive to like whatever needs to happen in order for me to like be the best version of myself possible. So a few of them is obviously meditation, journaling, the whole breath work is so incredibly powerful. And the Wim Hof breath work, I did that for like every morning for over 2 years. I should probably get back on that. But it really healed my nervous system. It really healed the fact that like I'm not anxious anymore. And when I was young, like, you know, I was very anxious to the point where I was on medication for it. And I've healed that completely. And it's been so powerful for me to be able to work through the toughest emotions my body has ever felt and heal that connection and understand how to create more peace within myself. So obviously meditation, breath work, journaling. On top of that, I love to exercise. I love to just kind of be with myself and see what comes up, even if I'm not meditating. Like I need that time by myself. And I think about a year ago, I recently was looking at, someone sent me a video of myself as a kid, like with 3 maybe, with my cousin. And we were playing house and having people over for tea, which is like obviously everything that our grandparents did. And we were always with our grandparents. So we were just replicating that and just seeing myself as a young girl. And after being through all of the ups and downs and tumultuous relationships I've had that replicated my childhood, no offense to anyone involved. Everyone was doing their best. But, and I wasn't the easiest kid, but, you know, it was just, I was going through a breakup and I saw myself as a kid and I was like, I just couldn't stop crying. I could not stop crying for her and for me. And I was like, it was just so weird because I didn't know why I was crying. I was like, it was so healing, and it had to surface, and everything. It lasted for like a day, but there are just certain things, you know, that you need to do to connect with that person, that child, and when you feel like you're triggered in that moment, it's not you, it's that little girl or that little boy or that little whatever you identify as, like that's what's asking for it, and that's what we call our shadows. And something I love about my growth is that I've really, really, really learned to harness my shadow and integrate it and know the difference and not be upset with myself when the shadow does appear. But yeah, that's just me, man.
Beautiful. No, and it's so obvious that, you know, you've done the work.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Oh, it's, yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, even like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm not the easiest to deal with sometimes. I'm not. I'm very like,
Why you look at me like that when you said
you've dealt with me.
I know, but I'm not going to be like, you know.
No, but like, I know that. I'm not a very like, I can be. I have my moments of where needy, I'm super chill.
So
but
we're
like,
in this thing.
I've definitely had moments where, you know, I've been moody and like just the way like you weren't triggered. Or like even if you were, you just held space for me when most people would just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you being so moody or whatever, right? But like, it's so obvious that you've done enough work to where you're like, okay, this has nothing to do with me. Because it's easy to take those things personally. We're hanging out, I'm in a mood, it's like, bitch, what's wrong with you, right?
Especially with someone who suffers from trauma, where if people's moods were different and not happy and upset, like, your body naturally feels like, oh shit, I'm gonna get hurt, or oh shit, like I'm in trouble. Yeah. So, and that's something I've worked on too within a relationship. It's obvious,
like,
yeah,
that's what I mean with you. Like, it's all this work you've done is very obvious in the way you show up for your relationships, your friends,
or dating.
Or at least for myself,
we're
in general.
Totally dating.
So we can talk about that another day. So.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I just want to acknowledge that. It's appreciated, and it's also like inspiration. Like, damn, she handles that so well. Like, I need to as well. So
thanks.
Yeah,
man. Moods they're scary. I think over the last year, I've just realized like people's moods have nothing to really do with me. Yeah, I really need to like. Is that a codependent thing? Where people's moods affect you so deeply that you take it on and you try to fix it.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. But like, you know, codependency does run through my family. We're all working on it.
Kind of.
Yeah. And safety.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to feel safe. But yeah.
But it takes work.
Oh,
and you've done the work and you're doing the work.
The work never stops.
Yeah. Good job.
The work is real. The work is so fucking real that sometimes you attract people who need the fucking work.
Yeah. I mean, they're put in I don't believe in coincidence.
No.
So it's like every person, every situation that's put in your path, like it's for a reason. So if there's people that are put in your world that like trigger you or like bring out things from your past that you thought you had healed or whatever, sometimes it's just a test, like, have you really healed? And then it's sometimes it's like, wow, I would have reacted so differently in the past, and now look at me, I'm so calm. Like, I've had those moments even recently, like, wow, I kept my calm.
That is
when I wouldn't have in the past. Yeah.
It is such a gift. That's just
when you can sit back and recognize your own growth. And I think it's beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah. And not give in to the triggers, because the triggers are so full body like responses, and you're just like
you want to blow up and you want to react punch how someone. You used to. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're all humans.
Yeah. Shout out us. Shout out Growth.
Seriously.
And shout out Giggles.
Giggles.
Okay. My little Aroosha. My little
I'm not
Aroosha.
Little, I'm the big dog.
She is a big dog. She's a grown-ass man.
Exactly.
So, what are a few of your practices?
For, like, things I do to heal and stuff.
Hell yeah.
All that good stuff.
Hell yeah.
I mean, similar to you, I think just meditating this year has been something
So
big
proud.
for me. Like, it's really just
It's
put me.
It's the gift
It's
of everything.
seriously, like, I'm like just so much calmer and
Oh yeah.
in tune with myself. This is the calm version of me. You should have seen me a couple years ago. But yeah. But for sure, so meditation is definitely something that recently has, like, I've really dived into, and like that's where I feel like it's helped me heal a lot. But then there's other things, like I read a lot, especially in the past, like 2020 has started really, so like 5 years is where just diving into like spiritual books, personal development books, stuff like that, and like I really take the content in, and I feel like that's helped me. But more than anything, from like 10 years ago or whatever, it really is working out. And it's like, for me, I have a very, very like deep connection with training, and we've talked about this before, to where like I'm actually in like a meditative state when I'm working out. Like, I really am. Like, there will be times like where someone will like come up next to me, like they know me, they're saying hi or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, like, because I'm in such a zone. But it's because I'm literally, I feel like I'm meditating, and that's why like after my workouts I feel just like mentally like clear and stuff like that. But it's that state, like I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be recording myself. I don't want no camera, no tripod. Like my favorite time to work out is like 4:35 a.m. And it's for that reason. Like I wake up and it's dark. The quietness, right, like of that hour, it allows me to be in that meditative state more, to where I'm working out and I'm just more quiet. My brain is more quiet, so I can get into that zone easier. I just like have my headphones on, have my hat on, and I'm just, my phone's away. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's distracting me. And every set I can just get into the zone. So I think that's one thing that's been huge for me in the past 10 years, and I've always worked out that way. And that's why I work out alone and not with my friends, even when they ask me to.
I've never asked you to do a workout with me, ever. I would never work out with another human being.
That's rude.
My thing is,
you wouldn't work out with me? That's so mean.
Oh my God. Listen, I know what you're doing.
Rude,
and yes, I would. Yes, I would.
See, that's what I mean. She's been begging me.
But once. I would work out with you once.
Honestly, no, but I mean in general, with anybody, like even like guys, right? Like, ew. Yeah, I'm just like, no.
They're like, let's get a workout in together.
No,
if that's your fucking move, you
don't
guys.
Don't ever ask me to get a workout in.
Yeah, and no offense to anyone.
I'll suddenly hate you.
Yeah. She really will, and she'll ignore the fuck out of you.
It's disrespectful.
People pleasing, I'm like, oh, I forgot.
No, I'll literally, like, if a guy, or really anyone, but especially a guy, maybe if it was a girl, I'd be like, oh, yeah, for sure, whatever. And maybe once I would, right? But it's just not something I can do daily. But if a guy asks me, I've literally said, I don't work out with people.
Yeah, and I think that's respectable, because someone asked me last week. He was like, yeah, we should get a workout in. And I was like, yeah, I'm always here. Like, that's kind of like, for me, I'm telling you, like, I'm always here. Like, don't, you know, just say hi. Yeah. And if you want, like, I'm not trying to fucking work out with you, bro.
Yeah. Now I'll straight up be like, I don't work out with people.
No, Aroosha, tell him what the fuck you said to Aspen. We call him Aspen. Oh, which time?
Yeah.
I've never met someone so fucking ruthless in my life, but it's so respectable.
Thank you.
And there's this guy at the gym. He's so fucking chatty. He'll talk to any girl in the world.
Like, flirts with everybody.
Everybody.
I'm so not interested in a man like that.
He's told us both he liked our nails on the same day.
Yeah.
And they were like, different colors.
And we're best friends, bro. You know this. Dude. He's so gonna watch this.
No, it's totally fine. We love you, Aspen.
Like, over the past couple years, this guy's, like, hit on me multiple times. And every time I've, like, said no. Like, literally no. Not even, like, I mean, maybe the first 2 times I think I made an excuse. And then, like, later on, I just said no. And, like, no reason. I don't need to give anybody a reason. I'm just like, no, thank you. And
which is so cool.
Yeah. So then, I mean, the last time, he's just like, I've never had to ask somebody out so many times. And I just said, so then why do you keep doing it? Like, seriously. And I think he's a nice guy.
No, he's so nice.
I think he is. Like, I genuinely think. But I'm just like, yeah, I am very straightforward. I was just like, bro, I've said no multiple times.
Like, what's
like,
lacking?
What do you think, like, you keep... And then he just hates me now.
No. Yeah,
like,
he doesn't even show up
me.
anymore.
And I'm just like, bro, if you just took no for an answer the first time and, like, just kept it cordial...
You said you like Geminis.
Oh, I love Geminis. Are there any Geminis out there?
I'm a Gemini rising, but like...
That's why I like you.
That's the only reason.
It's the only reason.
But, yeah, I don't know. I keep hearing fucked up things about Geminis.
I love them. I think they're misunderstood.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think they're, like, two-faced at all.
Bold statement. I don't think they're two-faced either, because when I meet a Gemini, I see their nice
they're
side, but
so genuine.
I also see the side that, like, they all talk about. And I'm like, that's cool, too.
I mean, there's just, like, I think all humans have more than one side, right?
Yeah.
Like, even for me, like, there's the work me, and then there's the best friend me, and there's me as a daughter, or me as a dog mom. But it's just, we all have different sides to us, but I think...
What's it called? Metro dimension? No, that's not called. Multi-dimensional.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't see Geminis as that at all. I actually, all the Geminis, like, truly all of them that I know that I can think of in my head are probably the most genuine humans. Like, really, every Gemini I can think of is just, like, really genuine.
It's hard for me because my mom's a Gemini. I love her. You know?
There's a but.
No, I love her. I love you, Mom. But, so I can't really differentiate because it's like, this is my mom. I don't know if, like, her quirks and, like, her lovable things are, like, just because, like, that's my mom or if that's just because you're a Gemini. Yeah. So I really have no idea. But, you know what? I'm in this thing. So.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got here.
You don't gotta worry. The thing is, this is just life.
Yeah, we're just here to talk. We will probably go all over the place.
We're going to talk shop.
Honestly, I think we're so entertaining that...
Probably not. But you know what? We're here, and we're happy to be here, and we're here to spread our light and our legs. I'm just kidding. We're going to get that out. I'm so sorry to any of my family who are listening. It was a total joke. And if you know me, you know that's a joke. But let's be real.
Okay, anyway. I think that's all, like, we wanted to talk about for our first episode. And
our first epi.
I know. It's exciting. It took us a little while to get here. I guess we can tell one little random story. It's not random. It's related. We announced the podcast, like, I don't know, 2 months ago. And then we had so many little hurdles. And the last hurdle was that, like, the place that we were going to go to, the guy was 45 minutes late. And as discussed...
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I don't do late. So
she does not do late, you guys. She does
school that motherfucker.
She does not. She's
I don't
a
do
strict
late. Especially
daddy.
45 minutes when you're trying to earn my business.
Oh.
What? So, anyway.
Oh, dear.
So, it took us a while to, you know, find the right rhythm.
But I love this rhythm.
Now. I love it. I love it here. It feels right. It's just...
And we're kind of in nature.
Yeah. It's great. It's beautiful. We're going to go get some dinner after this. Aria's going to get a martini because I'm the DD.
Thanks.
Next time you're driving.
I have made that clear. I will drive next time, yes. And
anyway, let's wrap it up. I'm hungry.
Let's wrap this shit up. It's good to wrap it up, you guys. Anyways,
you stress me out.
Never said I was perfect. So my name is ariaherzoy. You can find me on Aria Health Wellness on Instagram, or ariasherzoy on Instagram, or Giggles and Growth Instagram.
Isn't it Giggles and Growth Podcast? Or
yes, it's Giggles and Growth Podcast, actually. Thank you so much for remembering.
Yeah, and we'll depending on where we post it, we'll plug all that in.
Big plug.
Yeah. What do you offer, Aria?
I offer a whole lot of shit, you guys. obviously I'm not perfect, but I'm here to show the world that there's a thing called balance, and there's a thing called healing, and there's a thing called creating a higher consciousness so that you can manifest all of your deepest and happiest desires ever, and making the energy of the world or the universe work with you. And I'm here to help people with that. I'm here to help you guys heal from your internal core beliefs that might not be serving you, and making a better future with you through work together, and allowing yourself to really become your authentic you. And, you know, just be that person that you've always wanted to be, and create the life that you've always wanted to do, because our inner world really depicts our reality. And I know that that's why I'm here on this earth. So fuck with me.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, and then
Aroosha.
So you can find me on Instagram at arooshafit or Giggles and Growth Podcast. We're going to be posting our little reels and stuff there. And I'm a personal trainer based in Orange County. I work out of 2 gyms, and I train some clients in home. And then I do offer online training, which is more just, it's ideal for people that need accountability, because, you know, I send a workout meal plan and all of that, but it's what I really, my clientele is like, these are people that need to be held accountable. Like, if you just know that you can't get it done unless somebody's like, hey, did you do your cardio? Did you do? That's, it's just kind of like, what?
A strict daddy.
I'm a strict daddy. So, so that's kind of what I offer. And just also working out and all that, like health and fitness, but also like mental health is huge for me. And to like put those two together is like my goal for my clients, is just
Gorgeous.
How can we marinate it together?
Ew.
So you heal.
Marinate? You just made me so hungry.
We're going to eat. Yeah, so just like together, so that you're not only changing your body, but also mentally becoming the person that you're meant to, like the best version of you. And it's really just, it's not just about working out. So that's kind of like my style of training and who I am.
On top of that, Aroosha has helped me so much become so independent. And we'll get into that another time. But she has helped my mindset and so many different things. It's just to get me to this spot in so many ways. And I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful for you too. I mean, just this whole year, I love me. I mean, I always loved me, but I fucking love me. And it's a lot to do with just meditating and doing breath work and doing all of that, which
I feel like we did.
Like,
I'm sorry, continue.
No, yeah. I mean, you came into my life at the perfect time of when I needed to start doing that. And then you're just somebody that embodies that. So it's, yeah, we did that for each other. We were like, it's no coincidence.
It's literally like the yin and the yang. She helped me so much with like my masculine shell. And I feel like I helped you a lot with like your feminine shell. And it's 100%. Just so healing. And it's so divine. And you know what? That's why we're fucking here.
I know. It's like, it's pretty crazy, but that's true. I was so masculine. I was in my masculine
You were
era.
both, but you've always had to work very hard because of, we'll get into this another time, but like your upbringing and how you had to, you had a lot on your shoulders.
Yeah. Just being the provider, all of that. Yeah. And it's just, it puts you into that. Yeah. Puts you into your masculine energy, and you've helped me just relax a little and like become this version of me that I'm just like, I feel like I have so much light now, you know? And it's like, it was always in me. Like, it's always been there, but I can like freely show it now. And yeah, you've been a huge part of that. So
ew, we're touching tips. Fingertips.
All right, guys. Wrap it up.
So much love. This was our first episode. It was so fucking beautiful.
Perfect. It was exactly what it was meant to be.
Absolutely. This is meant to be. Thank you guys so much.
So much for listening, for watching, and if you have any feedback for us, we are so open to it. And
the 5 stars thing. You know, the thing they say about the 5 stars.
They say it's a good thing.
You want to give us less? Go fuck yourself. Other than that,
they won't. We're perfect.
And that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Aquarius shit. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much for giggling.
Thank you so much. And growing with us. Until next time. We'll be here every other week for now.
Indubitably.
Yes, that.